feel you. And I know you once told me that, Diddy, he came on to you before. So, Daniel, I want to ask you, did Diddy ever come on to you or no?
The gayest shit he ever said to me was what I just said to you. Yo, if I had dicks like y'all, son, I would never wear pants. And then he said some weird shit like y'all niggas is literally fucking hanging down at the floor. Like he said some shit like that, and I was like, yo.
He was a consummate penal complimenter.
Yeah.
He was a consummate penal complimenter. He had no problem complimenting your penis, which is kind of gay. I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty much 100%.
I mean, have
gay.
you ever complimented another man's
Never.
dick, bro?
I don't even want to look at another man's penis. I like looking at my penis. My penis is a work of art. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about what nobody else's penis look like.
When did it get to a point where you didn't want to do the freak offs no more? You was turned off.
And the first day he hit her in front of me. And I was in turmoil, bro, because I felt like I never wanted to see either of them again. But at the same time, all of the conversations that you have with her, the softness in her mannerisms, and the softness in her personality, and even the softness in her touch, bro. Like all of it.
She is soft.
She
is soft.
Yo, but I'm just saying, all of it, the gentle nature of Cassie in these moments, I will say.
She smells so good. She smells so good.
God, man.
Her hair used to smell great, bro. Great.
But the gentle nature of her, bro, makes you feel like a fucking dirtbag 10 times more, bro. You feel like, yo, why am I abandoning her? I have to go back. I have to check on her at least. I have to try to convince her to leave this situation. And so that's what I started doing. And they started realizing it, I guess, after a while, and started calling me less and less because my d- wasn't working, but I was showing up every time they called me. And that was just so that I could try to get a moment with her alone to check her, be like, yo, how are you? No, I'm serious. Like how are you for real? Like, I've seen it. Like listen, I care about you. I want you to be okay. Please. Like, I used to have these conversations with her, and every time she used to just be like, I'm fine, I'm fine. Please. And you don't have to worry about me, but thank you. You're a good friend. Thank you. All of that shit. But,
all those lies.
After that first time, bro, I never wanted to go back.
And you was mad and jealous, right? When you had to share Cassie with Clayton and y'all had to do that competition to see who, will be the final guy she'll go with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess jealousy really was a bit of it too. I was more mad as bro. I was tight, bro. I was mad, bro. I wanted to fight this dude.
He was hostile. He was hostile. I felt it.
I was like, yo, stop talking to me, bro. Like at first, and he was cool, bro, and he was being cool about it. You got to realize, bro, we was two massive ass dudes, bro. Like I'm talking muscle bound motherfuckers, bro. Like and. Like, it would have been bad, bro, if the two of us would have actually bumped heads. It would have been like two goddamn grizzly bears going at it, f***ing that place up, bro.
I knew we was going for. I said, nah, we mean this game.
Yeah, nah.
Neither one of us, we don't have a reason to really be hostile with each other. When I saw you with her, when I walked in the room, that's what I was thinking about all that time over there. Because I didn't like you. I was like, look at this motherfucker.
He liked me. I hated him.
I
hated him, bro. He ain't like me. I hated that. I despised the f***ing, yo, bro.
It's okay.
But at the same time, when we took a break, and I think they ordered food for us, bro, and we actually started talking, I was like, yeah, that's when I came to the consensus that, like, yo, all right, man, this dude is cool, man.
I said, let's just get it over with.
Yeah.
We both see what it is now.
Yeah.
Let's just get it over with. Because I know I ain't special. You know you ain't special. So let's just get the hell out of here. He was like, all right. So we honestly tried to finish her off. We did. Yeah. But she kept coming back. Every time she would come, they would say, give us a couple of seconds. Yeah. We would think we was about to leave.
She was on that stuff.
Yo, she would come back out and was like, yo, I need some more. I need some more. Literally, we are taking turns on her.
But let me make something clear, right? I know you had a moment where you actually, she overdosed with you.
Yes.
I want to make it 100% clear. I have never, there was one time that I saw her and it was obvious that she was like inebriated, f***ed up, drugged, like whatever. But I have never, ever, ever been in a situation with Cassie where I felt like she was actually on drugs or under like some hardcore influence where she was non-communicative or she was not aware of what was going on or anything like that. So Yeah, I'm just making it clear that from my experience was 100% different from his in that regard. She always seemed 100% aware and with it, like, you know.
So how did the feds find out about you? How did they find out you was an escort?
Yeah, the short story is that I am a jackass. I'm a dumbass dude. How this came about is that I'm a dumbass, bro. Like I literally thought that I was, you know, doing the right thing now. You know, I contacted Cassie's agent and was like, "Yo, I when the lawsuit originally was announced, before the settlement, and I was like, listen, I was there, and I would like to help her because I truly do believe that she's brave for coming out, speaking her experience and going public with this, and you know, I saw some pretty horrific shit myself, and I will definitely be willing to you know, testify to that, right? Obviously, that didn't go anywhere. They didn't even need to meet me. I talked with her lawyers on the phone. They were so grateful that I was willing to help. And then I never heard from the motherfuckers again. But they conveniently passed my information off to Homeland Security. And, you know, when this became criminal, then they reached out to me and was like, hey, you know, we need you to come in and you know, let us know your story. When you're in a situation like that, Art, you, especially when you don't know the law like that, that's fucking terrifying.
It is.
To get contacted by a government agency that goes after the biggest drug traffickers in the world, the biggest fucking, you know, mafia bosses, cartel leaders, and they're contacting you directly on your phone, homie. That's a scary thing, bro. Especially when you know you start. The first question you start asking is, "Oh my God, did I do anything wrong? Am I in trouble?" So you comply. So I go and I talk with them, and months go by, and then all of a sudden they tell me, "Hey, listen, you have to testify in this trial." And how it was explained to me was, and the reason why I was being subpoenaed to testify was, you were the witness of a horrific crime that took place against a person by another person, and we can't, in good faith, allow you to just walk off and not testify to what you saw and how that happened. You witnessed a crime, and it was a crime that actually had a person that was a victim. So they subpoenaed me and forced me to testify.
How was that like you being in court? Diddy in court, you know, was he looking at you?
Yo, fam. Yo, fam. Wait. I'm glad you asked me that question, dog, because, bro, I was in the courtroom, bro, and I was trying so hard to hide my face behind that screen, bro. I had the screen this high up on my, like, all you could see, and I could see that the sketch artist in the back of the courtroom, bro, she was getting so frustrated that she just gave up. And I don't know how the she got that goddamn good enough image of me that people that know me was able to put those together. She did that shit like that, bro. But the whole time I'm behind a screen like this, right? Big ass courtroom. And at the time when I started testifying, at the end of me testifying on my first day with the prosecutors, the judge says, all rise. He lets the jury leave the room. Diddy stands up, bro. And he's like staring at me. And he's like,
Oh, he shook his head at you?
yo, bro, staring me up and down like this. And he's like, and I'm like, God, like, man, like, what the bro? But you know what I did? I just put my head down, started ignoring his ass. And like, I was just like, you know what? Whatever. Came back the next day, didn't look at him anymore. And by the time I did exit the courtroom and look in his direction, he had already gone past that whole trying to intimidate me. He knew I just ignored him and it didn't work, and he just let it go. But that shit is crazy, bro. Like, you see all of the fucking reporters and YouTubers and shit that you see all over the you know, internet and shit. They all in that room. And I'm gonna tell you the craziest shit. Another reason I'm so happy you said that, man. First off, I'm gonna tell you two things. One, HSI had special agents that picked me up from my location. They picked me up in a fucking pickup truck with like construction shit on it, like, you know, so people think it's a construction truck. They take me to a secondary location. They switch me into another truck on some Jason Bourne shit, bro, with big ass assault rifles inside of cases there. You know, guys that don't crack a smile for shit. Like, it's crazy, bro. They drive up to the courthouse, and when you pull into the courthouse, we drive through the back. We don't go in where the press go. And so we drive in, they take us into the fucking garage, and then it's an elevator that takes us down like crazy far. You go down, drive into the courthouse, is a turntable that turns the car around. Agents, Marine Comey. This is the shit that everybody is like, they finally come and meet you. Yo, this shit is wild, bro. It's like, it's a hell of an experience. But the craziest shit of all to me, bro, was how goddamn fucking beautiful this man's kids are. How beautiful Diddy's daughters are. How look, I'm 41, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and act like these little fucking kids to not be like, yo, that's a handsome guy, bro. His son, Christian, bro, handsome ass guy, bro. You know what I mean? And it baffles me that this is the kind of fucking activity and behavior that this family has everything, bro. And you know, Christian, he ain't trying to look like stare me down or anything. They were looking at me like I was a fucking zebra, like you know, like animal walking through the halls, because I had to pass them in the halls. But the girls, bro, oh man, dude, I actually felt fucking horrible, bro, because those girls, I can't speak to their innocence at all. I don't know who the fuck they are like that. I don't have any idea, but good Lord, man. The devastation that was in those girls' eyes, man. I felt another sense of guilt, bro. And I just wish that I didn't have to do that to them, you know? Because they walked out of the courthouse during my testimony, man. When I was testifying to, I guess people are saying that it was the part where I testified to peeing on Cassie.
Peeing in her mouth, allegedly, from what she said.
Which is bullshit. I never peed in her mouth or anything, bro. Like,
Make sure you get that.
They kept asking me, bro. Like, will you pee on her? Like she wanted me to do it. I thought it was the weirdest shit ever. I never did no kinky ass shit like that. But I'm like, yo, look, if you're really into it, because how she described it is, I love the way that the warmth feels trickling down my breasts. That's how Cassie talks, bro.
And that's exactly what she said to me too, and I refused. But continue.
Oh, word? Yeah, like that. She's like, I love the way that the warmth feels trickling down my breasts, and it turns me on, and my nipples while I play with myself. Like this, she talks like that's how she speaks, bro. It's funny, like, but anyhow. So I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Art. I'm like, okay, if that's what you really want, fine. I start taking a full-on piss on this girl, bro. She's like, oh, no, stop. I'm in the middle of taking a piss, bro. It's not so easy to stop. And she's like, that's not how you do it. You're supposed to let a little out at a time and a little out at a time. Like, I don't fucking know how this shit works, bro. It was weird. But I never pissed in her mouth, bro. I would have never pissed on her face and her mouth or anything like that. I felt like a piece of shit doing it. It felt scumbaggish doing it, but she's the one that asked me to do it. So, I mean...
So the point is, if Cassie's story was reflecting of Daniel, she lied about getting urinated in her mouth.
Unless I'm not that guy that she was talking to.
Guy.
But Maureen in the courthouse did say during this trial, during her opening statement, you'll hear from a guy that, you know, urinated. And I think she said in Cassie's mouth to the point where she was choking and, you know, she couldn't, like, that's not true, bro. I'm here to tell you right now, I never peed in her mouth. And I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. I was waiting. Who's the guy that's going to come out to testify that they pissed in her mouth? Because I never did. I peed on her breasts and below. Yeah. Like it was really in her breast area. That was it.
So she lied about that. She lied about the overdose. Diddy made her have sex with me after an overdose. My mother has been gone for about 5 years. I would swear on my mother that Diddy never made that girl have sex with me. She woke up after being high for 8 or 9 hours, completely rejuvenated. She was asleep. Me and Diddy was up all night making sure she ain't died. We was tired. Cassie's like, no, babe, he saved my life. I need that D. Diddy wanted me to go home. This is not me speaking for this man. I am not in support of Diddy. I joined this trial because of Cassie's abuse. Like Daniel did, I joined to help Cassie because I knew the abuse was real. And I said, you know something? Dude used to treat this girl like shit. It's my karmic duty to help her if I know this is going on. So I reached out to help her. Bro, I'm finding out she's lying about all of this stuff that I, as the person who was involved, know is a lie. So I tell Maureen Comey, no, Maureen, that didn't happen like that. If you want to prosecute this guy, he's a bad guy, I get it. But we can't lie on him. That's not what justice is about. You want to do this, I got to tell the truth. I'm not going to take out the fact that this man did not make her have sex with me. But that's what they wanted you to do. They manipulated our truths to support her victimhood. They literally built Cassie's whole victimhood on the backs of people like me and him. The guys who actually got sex trafficked, who actually got manipulated, who actually got harmed by getting burned with chlamydia. You don't hear about none of that. All they want to do is tell you about Cassie's abuse and Cassie's domestic violence. Domestic violence ain't RICO.
Can I ask you a question too, real quick? So when you was testifying or interviewing with Maureen, right? Did you have like in your text messages and stuff like that that felt like really embarrassing, like you was being judged by any of the lawyers then?
You mean for text that she showed me, Maureen?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
Oh God, bro. I had pictures. I had text messages where I was telling her my penis was chafed from beating off for hours. I had text messages of her talking about the overdose and how good it was after. I had text messages of her talking about sending her penis pictures. It was horribly embarrassing.
So for me, like it was, right? Because like I have gone from being this wild cowboy type dude that would like really engage in shit like this and whatnot to being more conservative, bro. Like, you know, and so I do try to watch my mouth when I'm in the presence of women and stuff like that. And it's incredibly embarrassing and uncomfortable to have a room full of 7 white women. I'm sorry to put it that way, but like, and then my lawyer is also a woman as well, right? Professional white women that are reading back my text messages, and I'm sitting there like, you know, like, because Cassie used to ask me to talk dirty to her all the time in text messages. She's like, it turns me on, so on and so forth. And so I used to, you know, text her some pretty graphic shit. But also, she asked me for a picture of my dick, bro. And it was embarrassing to me to know to think that that picture was definitely circulating around that office, bro. Because I sent her a picture of my penis fully erect next to a remote control, like a cable TV remote control. And my shit was like an inch and a half, 2 inches past the remote. And so, like, you know, the shit was crazy. I know for a fact that they definitely was clowning and fucking like, yo, this, it's not like, it's just uncomfortable to see that all these years later, to know that you moved past that and you went past that. This blew up your life. You know, you got people, you're going to be people's Thanksgiving stories for the fucking next 20 years. You know, it's embarrassing, bro. Like, it's not a good feeling, bro. Like, you feel victimized almost twice, bro. You feel like the lies that you was told in order to get you to want to do this and continue doing this is one element of it. But, you know, knowing, especially I had a situation with one of the lawyers that I told Maureen about. She came at me twisted, bro, in one of the interviews. And she was like, yo, bro, come on, man. If you really didn't like enjoy this or whatever, I don't remember what her word was verbatim. She's like, then why did you come back? Why'd you keep coming back?
That was Mitzi Smizer, wasn't it?
That was Mitzi. The one that's always taking it. Yeah. She came at me. You could tell. It's not that she was tough, bro. You could tell she was coming with very strong feminine, feminist energy. Like you could tell. I felt like she was coming at me like she felt like I was a predator, or I was like the same way that a bunch of these females are probably gonna look at this and be like, yeah, that bitch ass, all of that shit. She was coming with that kind of energy, and it didn't feel good, bro. Like you start feeling uncomfortable even in that situation, and it's uncomfortable to begin with anyway. So it's just fucked up, man.
That prosecution art, that was about feminism. It wasn't. They weren't racist. I didn't get a racist vibe out of Maureen Comey or Emily Johnson.
I didn't either.
I didn't get one. But they are heavy feminist. Heavy. Domestic violence, the rights of women, they don't play that shit. And that's why they went after Diddy so hard. The domestic violence and the way he was treating these women. They weren't racist at all. It wasn't a black thing. It was a domestic violence thing, a fight for women. And they tried to make an example out of this guy with the domestic violence, infusing it with RICO charges, which is freaking insane, bro. I've never heard of a RICO where you're infusing domestic violence charges and trying to make it a federal RICO violation. How does that work? So I like Maureen Comey, but they made the right decision firing her because she totally botched that prosecution by ignoring the true victims just because we were males and minorities. I guess that the system didn't want to put minority males forward as victims in something like this. They would rather the weak women and the drug addict little dopehead white girls or Chinese girls or Asian girls, whoever they happen to get in these sex trafficking schemes. They didn't want to put healthy, intelligent minority men up and showed that we were manipulated in such a grand scale by this woman in this massive decade-long sex trafficking ring. And that's the truth. That is what Diddy is not innocent of the RICO. He got off by and I'm not even mad he got off. I'm a victim of Diddy. He's a victim of Diddy, but I salute him. You know why? Because he beat a system that tried to maliciously prosecute him. He was guilty. He should have went to jail. If they did the right thing, he would have went to jail. But they lied. And he deserved that win. He deserved to get off on that RICO. So even though he got off and I'm his victim, I salute him. I wish him the best. I think he needs a lot of counseling, a lot of therapy, but I don't think he should go to jail for this because I think that he's learned his lesson from this. He gonna come home and Diddy ain't gonna fuck around with none of this. I believe that totally.
I don't know about that one, but okay.
He lost too much, bro. I totally think this guy gonna come home, and if he might still do it, but he gonna be a hell of a lot more careful.
I don't know if he gonna be on the freak off the same way. It's gonna probably
that's gonna
transition into something else, bro. But is he still gonna be Diddy, bro? Like that dude that's willing to take those risks and out there, you know, the reputation that precedes him. Like, you know, is he gonna be that Diddy?
I don't think so.
I don't know if
he's a meme now. He's a baby oil meme now. And it's sad to say that the greatest hip hop mogul of our generation is now going to be a meme for Johnson & Johnson's baby oil and the most perverted things you can imagine. Diddy's never going to be on the statue and with the respect he once had. The people who used to deal with him, they're not dealing with him no more. Dude, you a domestic violence abuser and you a proven freak in federal court. It's embarrassing for these guys to stand next to him. So I don't think he's going to attain the same level of power, but I think he's going to come home and be okay because he got the message.
Yo, Art, I know this is going to go off topic a little bit, but from what he just now said, but I'm going to keep it a buck with you, bro. That hot baby oil, son.
I know what he going to say.
Bro, I'm not even going to lie to you, son. Like, dude, I'm still putting hot baby oil on me after I take a shower, son. Like, that feel amazing, son.
I don't do it no more. I don't use it no more.
Yo, nah. Yo, bro, I'm dead. Look, what the fuck? I'm not in a freak off. Who gives a shit? Yo, like, I got put on this. I don't give a shit what anybody say. They could clown dude all day long, bro. I wrote a whole song about it, bro. Like,
he did. And honestly, his song is better than my book. I got to give him that. He got the whole experience of a freak off in 3.5 minutes on a record. It took me 3 months to write this book and edit it, so he got it.